Hey guys, what's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Ubus here, back again with another Binding of Isaac Afterbirth video. I'm just going to do an Azazel run, because I feel like it. I enjoy Azazel every now and then, just to get a nice quick run in. Because right now I am tired, and I also have some current heartburn, which I took something for, but it hasn't quite kicked in yet, so everything is awful basically. I ate far too much pizza. Pizza gives me heartburn sometimes. I don't know, it's super wonky. Like, I'd say a solid 30% of the time that I eat pizza, just generally, it doesn't even matter which pizza it is, just pizza in general. Like, 30% of the time it gives me heartburn. I don't know, maybe I'm dying. Who knows? I sure hope not. That'd be awkward, but... fucking, I don't know, man. Maybe I am. So I'm just gonna do a nice ass Azazel run. It's gonna be nice and chillaxing, and that'll be great. One cool thing that happened today, though, was my family finally purchased a TV from the 21st century, so that's cool. Why did I pop? Man, well, I'm taking the Fool anyway. It was irrelevant. But for the longest time, the main TV in like our family room was a CRT. That's like, fuck man, probably older than me, to be honest. And it wasn't really a problem, but they just decided, you know, like, hey, for this Christmas, we're just gonna fucking buy a real TV. So now we have a nice, I think it's 48-inch flat screen TV in that room. And they, of course, bought a sound system as well, because they like to indulge in spending money. But it's real nice. Unfortunately, our cable box is old as well, so it doesn't actually have ports for anything aside from component, which means the highest resolution is 480p. Thankfully, my parents don't give a shit. I give a shit, because, you know, I got young eyes or whatever. My parents don't even see the difference, apparently. But they've, you know, they agree that, well, if we're spending all this money on a TV, we might as well get the cable box that'll allow us to watch it in the highest quality, right? Whoops, I shouldn't have popped that. My brain is in a weird spot today, alright? A very weird spot. It's alright. I mean, this run is already really good, to be honest with you. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna take the Perthrow with me for now. So you know what's fascinating to me? The idea that part of one of the, I guess, engine limitations is that you can't spawn enemies in this game over a pit. That's so fascinating to me. I don't know if that's literally true, I don't know if that's actually the case, but every single time that there is an enemy that's supposed to spawn like across a pit or whatever, it always spawns on a little island. Like here, Fistula spawned on this tiny little island, right? And there's always a little island where they spawn. So my assumption is that they're not allowed to spawn over pits, even though they can freely move over them. I don't know exactly why. I don't know the specifics of why that's the case in the programming, but who knows? Could just be spaghetti code. Like Hearthstone. Good God, man. Hearthstone really took a beating over the last two expansions when it came to the coding. Because the thing is, right, Hearthstone as a game is basically a prototype. All the coding is prototyped. It's not like created with the future in mind, at least not much, right? And you'd think it's not that hard to program with the future in mind with card games, right? You just set strict rules that the game follows, and then every time you introduce a new mechanic, you either update the rules or it follows them, right? And that's it. And see, look, more flying enemies that spawn on little islands. It's weird. It's cute. You know, it doesn't seem like it would be that hard, right? But I guess it is. I don't know. I mean, maybe they took the Magic Online approach, which is retarded, by the way. It's a really stupid idea, which is where all of the cards are individually programmed on how they interact with other cards. That's how Magic Online does it. I don't think Hearthstone quite does that, but at least not to the extent that Magic does it. Because in Magic, it's a fucking mess. Like, combat and stuff is the only part of Magic Online that's not an independent, like, line of code. Everything else is completely on its own. All of the combat is handled just as combat, right? Easy peasy. But like when you take two cards in Magic and then you just jam them together, Magic Online needs to be told how that works for every instance. And that's just a nightmare. It's a fucking mess is what it is. But at least Magic Online allows you to it allows you to get refunds. Like, it allows you to put in basically a ticket in case something bugs out. And it's automated as well, so there's no guy who like reviews it and is like, I don't know about that. Like, it's automated, right? And you'd be like, well, isn't that abusable? But then they also have an automated system in place where if you get the refunds too much, even if it's legitimate, if you do the refunding too much, then they'll lock you out for an amount of time so they can investigate your account and stuff like that. And then they don't really ever investigate. You're just banned. I don't know how I didn't get hit. That was incredible. I will take this as the tears up. That's not bad. But Hearthstone is a fucking mess, though. There's a lot of interactions that are just weird and really don't make sense. Come on, game. Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that? I should have taken one of the runes. Who fucking cares? But for an example of Hearthstone's spaghetti code, first of all, there are very, very weird interactions that are very specific and hard to execute, and will never happen in an actual game, so they don't really matter, but they're great examples of Hearthstone's spaghetti code. For example, so take this example. If you don't actually know Hearthstone, I will try my best, as I always do. I will try my best to enlighten you, to explain it well. So, let's see. The way to do it, right? Here's the setup. One player owns, what is it? I guess it's... Shit, what's the specifics? Hang on. No, let me think. Right, okay, so one player has Illidan, who is, whenever you play a card, you summon a 2/1 demon, right? That's it. You put a dude on the table whenever you play a card. Any card, play. Which means it happens before the played card actually occurs. It happens before the card is actually fully played or whatever. I don't think this works. Let's test it. It works. This is beautiful. So that one player has Illidan, right? And they also have Knife Juggler, okay? Who is a 2-mana 3/2. Whenever a minion enters enters play. What is the specific thing? I think it's whenever you summon a minion is the specific wording. It shoots a knife. It deals 1 damage to a random target, right? That's it. And so that's your combination of cards. That's how you set this up. And this combination, right, this allows you to steal battle cries. And battle cries are what happens when you play a card. So if you play a minion with battle cry, it being played is like, that's what the fuck? Wait. What the fuck? What the what the fuck? What the fuck? Huh? What the what the fuck? What the fuck? What the what is going on? I'm sorry, I'm broken. My brain can't handle what it's witnessing. Spaghetti code. Anyway, so you have Knife Juggler, you have Illidan, and the setup, right, and you need a little bit more, and I'll explain that, but this setup is the thing you accomplish via this setup is you steal a battle cry, which is not possible. There's no, like, literal way to steal a battle cry in Hearthstone. Because you play the minion, there's no way to do anything on your opponent's turn, right? And so they play a battle cry and it happens, and that's that, right? But with this setup, you can steal a battle cry, and it's weird. So, yeah, you have Illidan, you have Knife Juggler, right? And then the other player has an Explosive Sheep, and, I mean, obviously, to make it easier, because this is luck-based, it requires you to get the knife to hit a specific unit, a specific minion. So, because it's random. So basically, when they do this method, they just have multiple Knife Jugglers, because that just makes it easier. And then, yeah, one of the two people has to have an Explosive Sheep. The other has to have another Explosive Sheep. Doesn't really matter. I guess the guy who has the Knife Juggler needs to not have one explosive. Basically, he's the one, he can't have two. Explosive Sheep is a 2-mana 1/1. When it dies, it deals 2 damage to all minions. And then you have a weakened Sylvanas, who's a legendary minion that when she dies, she steals a random enemy minion just anywhere, right? And so with this setup, what happens, and that's the player who doesn't have the Knife Juggler or Illidan, right? And then the player with Knife Juggler and Illidan will then play a minion with Battle Cry. Let's just say Jaraxxus, Eridar Lord of the Burning Legion. They'll play Jaraxxus, right? Before Jaraxxus even happens, before he's really there, right? You play him, counts as you playing a card, and summons a minion from Illidan. Your Knife Juggler triggers off that minion being summoned. Then he flings the knife, hits an Explosive Sheep, blows up an Explosive Sheep, blowing up the other Explosive Sheep, completely clearing the board. Everything on the board dies, including Sylvanas. Now, Sylvanas will trigger, and the only thing to steal is Jaraxxus. He's a minion, he's in play, right? He's been played, so he's a legal target. So Jaraxxus gets stolen, and then the battle cry happens. And what this does is it means that the player who didn't play Jaraxxus gets Jaraxxus battle cry, and Jaraxxus kills your hero and replaces them with him. And you have 15 life and you have new hero power and a like 3/7 weapon, I think. He's pretty good. And then you can do even more fucky shit with that if you want. There's a lot more stuff you can do with that. But that's the gist, and that's stealing a battle cry, and that makes no sense. There's logically no reason. Oh, well, I'll take it back. There's logically no reason that it would occur. It's just, I don't know. It's a fluke of having spaghetti for your code. So how does this work? How was I shooting across the entire thing by just being at the bottom of the screen? That didn't make sense, huh? Okay. Alright. Alright. Also, this guy Mistcaller, who... he's a legendary minion. He's not good at all, really. But he supposedly gives +1/+1 to all of the minions in your deck, as well as your hand. But if a minion gets like pulled out of the deck aside from being drawn, it doesn't have the bonus at all. Because they just wanted to shortcut it, I guess. I don't know. Spaghetti code, basically. That's what it boils down to. And then there's still to this day a bug that's apparently been around since beta, I think it's called like player priority bug or something like that. I don't know the specifics, but there's a way that the game just fucking breaks itself. It snaps its own neck and dies when weird shit happens, and it chooses like the quote player one, like port priority levels of just arbitrary choice to win the thing or whatever. Like in Hearthstone, it is built in, it is innate that if multiple things happen simultaneously, play order of the minion matters, but that's not what this is, in case you're wondering. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I've seen people talk about it. They seem confident. I believe them. I'm sorry? There's so many hands! I just want to go to the shop, dude. What the fuck is this? Okay. I don't know what my health is. I feel like I'm dead. I feel like I should just be dead right now. I don't feel confident anymore. Which is weird, because I'm Azazel. Azazel's like the auto-win character. But I just took a lot of dumb damage on this floor. For no real reason at all. Aside from, I am dumb. And I am the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo, or something. I think the Beatles were overrated. I'll say it. They're not bad. I just think they're overrated. And then, see, I say that, right? And I promise you, some motherfucker who likes the Beatles is gonna pause the video right there and just fucking type up a really angrily worded comment about how wrong and dumb I am and how I can't appreciate good music. And also probably come up with the easiest scapegoat ever and say, but it was good for the time period. That always happens. Whenever, I mean, obviously it's pure, it's pure opinion. So, I mean, like, who fucking cares, right? I don't know. I can have my opinion, you can have yours, and we can both accept that each other has an opinion and move on. But, that is such a cop-out that I see all the time, where, no thanks. Even less. Where, when talking about something, right, trying to criticize it, they always go, yeah, but you have to look at it in the time period. And I don't disagree with that argument, but at the same time, right, you also have to think, like, if it's not good now, right, if it was only good in the time period, then why is saying it's not good inaccurate? Because it's not. In the present. Maybe it sucks. You know? I'm not implying it's never been good. It's fucking... The Beatles have always been garbage. I think in the... What was the time frame that the Beatles were popular? I don't remember. I wasn't alive, so I don't know. I honestly don't remember. It was like the 60s or something, right? I don't know. Probably not. Later than that? I have no clue, honestly. My brain can't handle thoughts at the moment. But the point is, I think the Beatles are alright. Not bad. I'd give it a not bad out of 10. Not as good as a lot of people I've talked to in my life would say. But not bad. The only... I don't know. The Beatles to me just kind of feel... meh. Feels plain. Doesn't really evoke emotion from me. But, you know, something, they're the greatest band of all time, you shut your whore mouth, or something along those lines, right? I think I'm doing it right. Not sure, though. Algiz. I wonder if... Oh, that looks like it's hitting her twice, actually. In fact, I'm almost certain it's hitting her twice. Get fucked! Latchkey. That's fine. You know what? Fuck yeah. Taking them both. Pentagram. That ain't bad. Abaddon. That's incredible. Plus, I got Leviathan. We won. The game is fucking over, man. Now the question is, do I Jera for Hush or save it for Chest? I think I save it for Chest to increase the likelihood that I mayhaps get Dad's Key. Because if I get Dad's Key, then I get to fight Mega Satan, which I haven't done yet on Azazel. Shocking. I haven't, though. So I might as well attempt to get that done, if at all possible. Perks! So I spent, like, far too long, looking at interviews with people involved in Star Wars Episode 7. Specifically, J.J. Abrams, Daisy Ridley, and John Boyega. Because those are the cool people. I like J.J. Abrams a lot. Alright, I'm just gonna say it. I think J.J. Abrams is a cool dude. I've liked most of the things he's worked on. I haven't seen Star Trek yet. Apparently it's great. But I liked most of the things I've seen by him. And every interview I see with him makes me like him as a person more. He's very charismatic. And I think I'm gonna hope that he did a good job with Episode 7. But considering that John Boyega has supposedly, as he has stated in interviews numerous times, supposedly been a Star Wars fan his whole life. And the fact that he's seen Episode 7 and claims that Star Wars fans are gonna love it, and he specifically mentions that he's a fan of the original trilogy, not the prequels. So, and he says, yeah, we're gonna love it. So, I don't know. I don't know if he's just like, oh, well, obviously people go, I'm in it, right? Probably not. He seems like a pretty chill dude. He probably means it, legitimately, which is great. That excites me. 1 makes you larger. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. No, bounce. Bounce, you dummy. Bounce! Fuck. It's so, it's just a weird window with Azazel's Brimstone. I don't get it. I kinda get it, but I don't really get it. Huh, huh, okay. Huh. Oh, well, yeah. Don't mind if I do. And, of course, we'll fight Hush, because why the fuck not? I feel good. Rubber Cement's giving me infinite range, so it feels great. Alright. That is a lot of keys. I'm glad I didn't Jera it. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. Did they nerf Retrovision? I picked it up this run. I already used it once, but I don't remember it even like happening more than just like the first time that it fucked up, you know? It made my vision wonky. I'm taking glitter bombs because number 1 is gonna fuck me, so there you go. I don't think glitter bombs is better than number 1. I just think number 1's gonna fuck me, so I don't want that. But I did pick it up, right? And I did use it. And I did get the Retrovision effect once, and that's it. And then it just never came back. That's weird. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm confusing this with a different run. But the last time I recorded a run was this morning. So, I don't know, it's been a while. It seems weird that I would confuse it with a run I already recorded, like, hours ago. It's possible, though. It's happened. It hasn't not happened. Okay, I don't like this. I also don't like that I didn't pop hook a Belial. Let me fix that. There we go. It's not going to impact Hush pretty much at all. But it might deal an extra damage or two over the course of the fight or something. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna grind in your face then. Cool. Bruh. Bruh. So he's taking 8 damage. Although that might just be my damage. He might actually be taking less than 8 damage per hit. 8.1 to be very specific. Alright. I mean, I feel good so far, to be honest with you. I don't feel bad about this fight. It's a little bit iffy, because he does have infinite health, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, this is perfect. No, there we go. There's the window. To the window! To the wall! Till the sweat drips down my balls, right? Is that? I think that's the line. Fuck. I expected that to happen, to be honest. I expected to get hit on that one. I wasn't feeling it, you know? So, what I'm noticing is that Hush seems to take more damage. There was no escape. He literally cornered me. He seems to take more damage when he's in that phase, when he's doing that phase of the bullets, the edge screen bullet bullshit. It seems like he does more or takes more damage during that. Because it was doing like 120 something. I don't know if I was just looking when I had Succubus by me though. That could have fucked with it. Because it turns out 120 something is roughly plus 50% from 80. So it's entirely possible that I just fucking hell, man. It's entirely possible I just had Succubus nearby and got confused. It doesn't seem like it though. It seems like Succubus damage is still just flat 80. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Something fucky though. This fight is so long and drawn out. I'm bored. Please fucking just die or something. Come on, that wasn't in the way! That was not in the way and you know it, you ass. Oh, don't do it again. No, not back to back. You still have the wiggly bullets. I don't like the wiggle whams. The warglers. Wib womples. Alright, I guess we're going. I don't feel confident anymore. I took way more damage in that fight than I needed to. Oh well. Flanker. Huh? That was a Burkano. Ba-dink, ba-dink, ba-dink. Ba-dink, ba-dink. How would I avoid that? Oh my god, come on, man. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, game. So I'm excited, by the way, for Dota 2 next patch notes specifically. Ah! I saw that. I saw that coming. I saw that. That was on me. That was 100% on me. I'm very upset with myself. Bercano. What was I gonna say? Right, so 686 has been teased. I don't remember what that is. It's been teased so heavily at the summit, which is it's a tournament run by Beyond the Summit. I believe this is the 4th summit that they did. It was very exciting to watch. There was one specific team fight in the grand finals, which the grand finals were VP versus EG. Where did the Ver come from? Listen, Virtus Pro, that's where it came from, because the team name is Virtus Pro. That's the actual full name, instead of abbreviated as VP. That's where it came from. Anyway, VP versus EG, there was one fight in particular, which was disgusting. Actual, like, horribly disgusting. I believe it might have been game 1, maybe game 2 of the series. Not certain. But what I will tell you is that EG had no chance in that fight. There was a disruptor who dropped a kinetic field and static storm on 5 fucking heroes. 5! And then the Shadow Fiend followed up with a Requiem on all 5 of those heroes, very low range, so lots of lines hit. I mean, it was the most immediately one-sided team fight I have seen ever, I want to say, in Dota 2, honestly. It was just, and EG was losing at that point, right? It wasn't great, but they were staying in it. Hard to say if they were staying in it because they were like, well, you know, we shouldn't call it GG because there's still things we can improve on. We can also just play it out, you know, whatever. Maybe there's a chance. But they were still playing. It was pretty much lost. It was very, very much over, like a long ass time ago. They lost laning phase, then they lost some fights, and it was just this whole thing. I mean, they had a potential for comeback, but it was so low it really wasn't going to happen realistically. So, anyway, basically it was like, okay, EG lost, whatever. And then that fight happened, and EG, without even a split second to spare, I think the GG was called before they even died. Like, after it was a static storm on 5, and then SF started charging up his ultimate, I think that's when the GG was called. Alright, please, for the love of God. Yeah. These are all great, though. Alright. Hey, gold heart. Oh, wait. Let's go up. But that fight, honestly, I saw it and I was just like, I'm done. I've seen everything I needed to see in Dota in this patch. It's done. But anyway, all tournament, they've been teasing about the patch notes basically happening after the summit ends. Because the patch is going to happen soon. All this stuff. Very, 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 very much teased it to a point where it's like basically guaranteed. And the little birdie told me that the patch is crazy. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. Not sure how I was damaging them, but I'll take it. But I'm excited for the patch because here's the thing, right? 685 has actually been here for a while. There was a minor patch. We're on 685B, I think. Maybe C. I think B, though. Pretty sure B. So we're on a sub patch, right? Like a small changed patch. And all it really did was kind of shake up the meta a little bit. Pretty much it's just there for the sole purpose of, you know, improving the meta slightly. Because it was pretty clearly defined prior to that patch. And it did alter it a little bit, but then obviously as most patches go in competitive games, there was a, quote, best thing to do that people figured out, and then that's kind of what happened for the rest of the patch. But it's been here for a long time, and I'm ready for it to go. and 686 apparently is going to shake up the game dramatically. So I'm excited. Haven't seen the patch notes yet. The entire Dota 2 subreddit is shitposting in preparation for the patch notes. Let me double check to see if they're out right now. Doesn't look like it, although apparently the dedicated server is updating a lot, and it's Sunday night into Monday morning, which means that they are trying to push this patch out right the fuck now. The last recorded update was 25 minutes ago, and it's currently my time. It's 12:17 a.m. Monday morning. So Valve, they're on West Coast, so they're 2 hours off. So for them, it is, I guess, like almost 10 o'clock, I guess. Well, right now it's 10, but the last update got pushed at almost 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. They don't even work Sundays, like, at all at Valve. So yeah, this update wants to be pushed. It wants to come out for sure. It's like a baby. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the good shit. I will be putting up an analysis of the Dota 2 patch notes when they do inevitably drop. I don't know how early it'll be compared to other people's analyses. Hopefully early, but I might be asleep if they get dropped early tomorrow. If they get dropped tomorrow evening, hopefully I'll have it up within like an hour of them being dropped, because that's when I like to just do like an hour hardcore immediately after they pop up, and then push it as soon as possible. So keep an eye out for that if you enjoy Dota 2. If you don't, that's cool too. Keep watching Isaac. I enjoyed this series a lot. You guys seem to as well, and I'll keep it going for, I don't know, forever. Forever. Sandlot reference. Not a good movie. Not a good movie. Anyway, bye.